Something is shifting. You can feel it in your chest before you can explain it with words. The air feels heavier. Time feels slower. Your spirit knows something heaven has not yet said out loud. In the next 72 hours, something divine will begin to unfold. A rewrite of your destiny. Not everyone will notice it. Not everyone will believe it. But you, the chosen one, will feel it. This message didn't find you by accident. It was sent to you. There's a reason your soul stopped scrolling the moment this video appeared. Because heaven is not silent anymore. For too long, you've been walking through a storm that made no sense. Doors that should have opened, slammed shut. People you trusted, vanished. Dreams that once felt close, drifted away. And yet, deep down, something inside you kept whispering, "This can't be the end of my story." And it's not, because heaven is about to rewrite your destiny. But before the blessing comes the breaking, before the light, the shadow, before the rewrite, the rejection, something happens in the next 3 days, and it will either elevate you or expose what no longer belongs in your timeline. You might notice strange emotions, sleepless nights, sudden silence from people who once couldn't stop talking to you. Don't panic. That's the divine hand of heaven moving pieces you can't yet see. Because when heaven decides to rewrite a destiny, it doesn't ask permission. It shakes the ground. It confuses the enemy. It silences fake friends. And it tests your faith in the middle of the noise. Something strange will happen. A message, a sign, a dream that feels too real to ignore. You'll question your sanity. You'll question if you're making it up. But listen, that is heaven whispering. It's time. This is not just another motivational talk. This is a warning and a promise. In the next 72 hours, 3 powerful days will unfold. They will bring both spiritual warfare and divine favor. And depending on your posture, how you respond, you will either step into a miracle or you'll miss your moment. Let that sink in. You're standing at the edge of a rewrite. Everything you've lost, cried over, prayed for, will finally start making sense. But here's the truth no one tells you. When heaven rewrites your story, it doesn't begin with applause. It begins with disruption. Everything unstable starts shaking. Everything fake starts falling. Everything delayed starts moving at lightning speed. So don't be afraid of what leaves in these next 3 days. Don't chase who walks away. Don't fight to hold on to what God is forcing to end. Because these endings are not punishments. They are positionings. Something strange happens in the next 72 hours. Heaven is not silent anymore. This is your sign, your signal, your warning, and your invitation. Comment below, I'm ready for heaven's rewrite. Because by the time the 3rd day ends, you won't recognize your life. You'll recognize your purpose. There's always a silence before heaven moves. A strange calm that doesn't feel peaceful. It feels heavy, like the air is waiting for an announcement you can't yet hear. Lately, you've felt that pressure building, haven't you? You can't sleep through the night. You wake up at 3:33 a.m., your heart racing, your mind full of faces and moments you can't explain. You've had dreams that felt so real, you woke up wondering if they were messages. And they were. Because heaven speaks before it acts. It sends whispers before it shakes the ground. And when it's time for your life to shift, everything around you starts to feel off. The people who used to comfort you suddenly grow distant. The rooms that once felt safe start to feel too small. The habits that used to bring peace now bring restlessness. You keep asking, what's happening to me? Let me tell you, it's not you losing control. It's heaven taking control. Your spirit is reacting to a move of God that your mind hasn't caught up to yet. This is the prophetic warning before the divine storm. It's not punishment, it's positioning. When heaven is about to rewrite a destiny, it doesn't start with blessings. It starts with disturbance. It removes your distractions. It exposes your attachments. It reveals who was standing beside you for purpose and who was standing beside you for personal benefit. And if lately you've been losing people, losing peace, or losing direction, it's not random. It's preparation. Think about it. Every major shift in your life began with discomfort. When you outgrew a season, you didn't get a clear announcement. You got confusion. You got endings that didn't make sense. You got silence from people you loved. You got doors that refused to open, no matter how much you knocked. You got doors that refused to open, no matter how much you knocked. And it hurt. It felt unfair. It made you question if you were doing something wrong. But here's what heaven wants you to hear tonight. Heaven always rewrites destiny after a breakdown. But here's the twist. Sometimes the breakdown is the beginning. Because before you step into divine order, heaven will create divine disorder. It's a sacred reset, the shaking before the shift. You see, when heaven is about to elevate you, it starts removing what can't go with you. That's why your circle got smaller. That's why your emotions got louder. That's why your patience got tested. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Heaven's silence is never absence. It's strategy. God hides you before he headlines you. He delays you before he delivers you. He separates you before he shows you off. Voice intensifies. You think nothing is happening, but behind the scenes, heaven is rearranging your timeline. People are being shifted. Conversations are being planned. Opportunities are being written with your name on them. And when the time is right, not when you're ready, but when heaven is ready, the silence will break, the waiting will end, and your life will never look the same again. So if you've been feeling exhausted for no reason, if you've been crying over things you can't explain, if you've been sensing that something is ending but you don't know what's next, congratulations. You're not breaking down. You're being repositioned. Heaven is aligning you for a rewrite that will shock everyone who counted you out. Pause, whisper tone. Don't confuse silence with abandonment. Heaven is not ignoring you. It's inspecting your readiness. It's checking if you can carry what you've prayed for. Because blessings come with weight, and not everyone can lift what you're about to receive. So tonight, if the stillness feels unbearable, take heart. It's not the end of your story. It's the intermission before the greatest chapter begins. Comment below. Yes, I've felt that pressure lately. Let the universe know you're aware. Because only the ones who notice the signs are the ones heaven can truly use when it moves. And trust this. The silence you're in now is not a void. It's a signal, a prophetic warning that heaven is moving. Day 1. The moment heaven begins to rewrite your destiny, life doesn't whisper, it erupts. Everything you thought was stable starts shaking. People act differently. Conversations feel tense. You sense a strange pull, like something's ending, but you can't see what's starting. And that's how it begins, the shakeup. On the first day of heaven's rewrite, confusion is the first sign. You start asking, why now? Why me? Plans fall apart. People you trusted suddenly grow cold. Doors you worked so hard to open suddenly slam shut. It feels cruel, unfair, random, but it's not. It's surgical. Heaven is performing open-heart surgery on your life. Removing what you didn't know was killing your peace. You'll feel it in your emotions first. The tears will come without warning. The anger, the exhaustion, the memories, all surfacing like waves crashing against the shore. You'll feel like something's being taken away, but in truth, it's being replaced. Because God never removes without reason. He never subtracts without intention. He clears space before he crowns you. You might notice someone stops calling you. A message left unread a friend who suddenly has no time. Don't chase it. Don't beg. Don't question your worth because someone else couldn't handle your growth. That silence isn't rejection. It's protection. Heaven removes people before it reveals purpose. Voice sharpens. But here's the twist. If heaven didn't remove them, they would have ruined what's coming next. Sometimes the heartbreak you're crying over tonight is the miracle you'll thank God for next month. Sometimes losing a person is what saves your purpose. Because destiny doesn't travel in crowded cars. Only a few can fit in the vehicle of your calling. Some were only meant to walk with you through the valley, not into the victory. Day 1 is the extraction day. The emotional release, the spiritual cleanse. It's when heaven starts deleting attachments you thought you needed. It's when you realize who stood beside you because of convenience and who stayed because of covenant. And it hurts. The ache is real. The confusion feels endless. You'll want to run back to old patterns just to feel safe again. But don't. Because safety and destiny don't live in the same neighborhood. Heaven doesn't comfort your past. It calls you out of it. You'll notice strange timing too. Opportunities you prayed for will suddenly pause. Money might slow down. Emotions may overflow. But hidden beneath that chaos, something sacred is happening. Heaven is recalibrating your path. It's as if the universe is saying, this one's too chosen to stay stuck. So it shakes you, not to destroy you, but to disconnect you from every person, place, and pattern that can't carry your next season. Soft whisper, don't fight the shakeup. If it's leaving, let it. If it's ending, bless it. If it's silent, honor it. Because what's leaving is not your loss, it's your launch. And what feels like abandonment is often alignment. You are being refined, not rejected, tested, not targeted, redirected, not ruined. Background music intensifies, strings and heartbeat rhythm. Day one isn't the day you win, it's the day you wake up. You begin to see that not every battle deserves your energy, not every voice deserves your attention. You realize that peace is more powerful than proving your point. And in that moment, you take back control of your story. You stop begging for tables you outgrew. You stop apologizing for your evolution. You start remembering who you were before the world tried to shrink you. By the end of this first day, you'll feel empty, but free, confused, but lighter, shaken, but strangely peaceful. Because the foundation of your next miracle is being poured, and it needed to be poured on clean ground. Heaven doesn't build new blessings on old bitterness. It clears the rubble first. So if you feel like everything is being ripped away, breathe. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. You're not losing your story. You're stepping into the part heaven refused to let anyone else write. Comment below. Yes, I've lost someone right before my breakthrough, because every chosen one faces the shakeup before the spotlight. And this time, it's not rejection, it's revelation. Day 2. The storm outside quiets, but inside, the war begins. The second day isn't loud, it's silent, and that's what makes it dangerous. This is when you start to feel the weight of everything you've released, the people who left, the silence that now fills your phone, the prayers that haven't been answered, the moments that feel like heaven has gone quiet again. You wake up and check your phone, no message. You wait for that email, no reply. You try to pray, but your words feel like they're hitting a ceiling. It's not coincidence. It's spiritual warfare. Heaven has already started moving on your behalf, but the enemy's job is to make you doubt it. He can't stop what's written, so he tries to drain your faith before it manifests. That's why you feel the fatigue. That's why your emotions swing between peace and panic. That's why you suddenly feel alone in rooms you used to feel powerful in. Because this is the silent war in the spirit. The kind you don't fight with words, you fight with trust. Low, calm voice. When heaven rewrites your destiny, it doesn't always send confirmation first. Sometimes it sends quiet, and that quiet becomes your test. You're not crazy for feeling like nothing's working. You're not lazy for feeling exhausted when you've done nothing wrong. You're not forgotten. You're being forged. There's a battle taking place in the unseen. Angels aligning the right people, the right moment, the right message, the right door. And while that alignment happens, your spirit feels the delay before your eyes see the proof. Voice intensifies, cinematic pause. But here's the twist. What looks like delay is actually divine alignment. Every not yet from heaven carries the power of your next. Every closed door is rerouting you to one that won't require you to knock. Every unanswered prayer is a reminder. Heaven heard you the first time. It's just setting the stage. Delay isn't denial, it's divine choreography. Because what's coming has to connect perfectly. The right opportunity, the right location, the right emotion, the right energy. Heaven doesn't rush purpose, it aligns it. Voice softens, gentle thunder. Day 2 is the hardest part because it's when the excitement of day 1 fades and faith becomes the only fuel you have left. This is when your mind gets loud. You start questioning everything, your prayers, your decisions, your worth. But listen closely. Faith isn't the absence of doubt. Faith is the decision to stand firm even when doubt is screaming louder than belief. Sometimes heaven hides its movement to see if you'll still trust the silence. Because if you can worship while waiting, you prove you're ready for what's coming. And if you can stay peaceful when everything looks paused, you've already won the spiritual battle. Your enemies may think nothing's happening. People might say you've lost momentum, but little do they know, the silence is sacred. Heaven works best when the world stops watching. So if you're in that space right now, where the waiting feels endless and the stillness feels like punishment, hold on. This isn't where your story ends. This is where your strength is built. Heaven is aligning conversations in your favor, emails with your name on them, phone calls you didn't expect. Rooms you've never entered are being prepared for your arrival. The battle isn't to destroy you, it's to deliver you. Whisper tone. Don't mistake fatigue for failure. You're not breaking down, you're being built up. The tiredness you feel isn't a sign to quit. It's proof you're close. Because every chosen one goes through a silent day before the spotlight moment. And right now, that's exactly where you are. Soft piano fades in. So tonight, rest your spirit. You don't have to chase what's meant for you. You don't have to fight for what's already written in your favor. All you have to do is stand still, breathe and whisper, Heaven, align my name. Move what's not meant to stay. Reveal what's hidden in my favor. Because even in silence, heaven is speaking your name. Comment below, I believe heaven is aligning my name right now. And say it like you mean it. Because this silent war isn't the end. It's the setup for your announcement day 3. The air feels different, lighter, still mysterious, but not as heavy as before. You wake up, and something inside you just knows. The storm didn't destroy you, it delivered you. You can't explain it, but the atmosphere has shifted. The anxiety that used to sit in your chest feels quieter. The tension that followed you for weeks finally breaks. The silence that felt like punishment now feels like peace. This is what happens when heaven finishes the rewrite. Day 3 is the moment destiny begins to show itself. It's subtle at first, a message, a random phone call, an unexpected text. Someone mentions your name in a room you've never entered. An opportunity appears that fits so perfectly, it feels supernatural. Doors you once had to push open suddenly swing wide on their own. It's not luck. It's not coincidence. It's divine timing. Heaven's signature written all over your story. For the last 2 days, you've been stretched, stripped, and shaken. But now, heaven is returning everything that was delayed, multiplied. Every tear you cried was a seed, and day 3 is when the harvest begins. That's why you suddenly feel peace in your spirit before you even see the blessing with your eyes. Peace always comes before promotion. You start realizing something powerful. The things you thought you lost were never meant to stay, and the things you feared would never return are coming back in better form. Someone's going to message you out of nowhere. A forgotten opportunity will resurface. A dream you buried will breathe again. And when it does, you'll remember these words. They buried your name in whispers, but heaven announces it in thunder. Because heaven doesn't reward you in private, it reveals you in public. The same people who doubted you will hear your name being celebrated. The same ones who mocked your silence will witness your spotlight. But here's the twist. Heaven rewrites your story while you're sleeping. You didn't even see it happen. While you were crying, heaven was crafting. While you were doubting, heaven was designing. While you were resting, angels were. This is the moment where your name starts to carry weight. Where your presence is requested, not questioned. Where your glow becomes your proof that you survived the dark. The rewrite isn't just about new blessings, it's about new identity. You're not the same person who started this journey. You're stronger, wiser, softer, but sharper. You've been rebuilt by divine design. Comment below, yes, I felt something shift overnight. Because when that moment comes, when the peace arrives, when the phone rings, when the door opens, you'll know you've stepped into day 3, the day heaven finishes what it started. So take a breath. The rewrite has happened. The delay is over. Your destiny is live. Take a deep breath. You've made it through the storm, the shaking, the silence, the sleepless nights. They were never meant to break you. They were meant to baptize you in purpose. Heaven has finished its rewrite, and now it's your turn to speak it into existence. So wherever you are, eyes closed, lights low, repeat these words with me. Don't just say them, feel them. Heaven is rewriting my destiny. Let those words sink in. You are no longer who you were yesterday. The pain, the rejection, the loss, they've all been edited out of your future. Your story has new ink, written by the hands of grace. What was delayed is now released. Say it again, louder this time. Because every prayer that sat unanswered has finally found its appointed hour. The wait wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Heaven has pressed play on the chapter that was paused. I'm stepping into my miracle timeline. Say it like a prophecy, because from this moment forward, you walk differently. The energy around you shifts, opportunities find you, peace surrounds you. You're no longer chasing, you're attracting. Close your eyes. Visualize the light touching your hands. See yourself standing in front of the gates of your destiny. They're opening not by force, but by favor. The weight you've been carrying is gone. The fear that followed you is silent. All that remains is alignment. Heaven isn't far away. It's moving inside you now. That gentle warmth in your chest, that's confirmation. You're in divine rhythm. You're not late. You're right on time. Voice deepens with emotion. This is the part where heaven takes what was broken and breathes life into it again. The relationships that ended, the chances you thought you missed, the years you called wasted, all of it becomes fuel for your rise. Nothing was lost. It was simply waiting for this exact moment. You're not in recovery anymore. You're in resurrection. And when you walk out of this season, you won't walk in shame. You'll walk in shine. Now whisper these last words like a secret between you and heaven. They buried me as a mistake, but I was a seed. Because every burial becomes a beginning when you're chosen. They thought it was over, but they didn't know who wrote your story. They didn't know heaven was holding the pen. And now that same heaven is writing you into places, platforms, and promises that once seemed impossible. This is your public rise after private pain. This is your reward for surviving the rewrite. Comment below. I receive heaven's rewrite. Let the world know your transformation has begun. Your testimony starts now. Your destiny is active. And as you type those words, say this final truth out loud. My story is no longer on hold. My season has arrived. My destiny is rewritten by heaven itself. Subscribe. Because in my next video, I'll reveal what happens 24 hours before your destiny shifts. The signs, the energy, the confirmation, all waiting to meet you on the other side of this prayer. Until then, stay grounded, stay ready, stay chosen, because heaven has already decided your rewrite is complete.